Hi, everyone. My name is Caroline. I'm one of the yoga instructors here at Yoganisa Spirit and Wellness, and welcome to another day in the 28-day challenge. So today I've created a nice flow. It'll be a little quicker paced or a bit more flowy. I'll try to integrate the sequences nicely for you. The focus is going to be on really getting the heart rate up a bit. So it will be a little bit of a challenge, but I hope you're all up for it and excited. I'm excited to share this flow with you. So we're going to actually get started in Shavasana, so laying on our backs. I'm going to get started here, but I'll meet you there. So just really get settled into your space. Starting to take notice of the body and the breath. Starting to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Emptying the mind of any pre-existing thoughts, any worries. Just letting go of your day, plans, things you have to do after this practice. With every inhale, inviting loving energy into the body. And every exhale, just letting it all go. Letting go of any negative thoughts, any thoughts that don't serve you today in your practice. Relaxing the body, noticing whether there are any areas of tightness and tension. And just relaxing those areas of the body, bringing shoulders down the back, away from the ears. And with every inhale, lengthening up through the crown of the head. And every exhale, growing light through the body, relaxing the muscles, like you're on a cloud. If you want to feel more grounded today, you can visualize your body growing roots into the earth. As the contact surfaces of your back, your heels, your hands touch the mat. A couple more deep breaths here. In through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Another united inhale in through the nose. All the way to the top. Pause. And exhale, side out. And a couple blinks, opening up the eyes if they're not already open. Wiggling the fingertips, wiggling the toes. Bringing some movement into the wrists and the ankles, rolling them one way and then the other. Inhale, reaching hands up overhead, interlacing the fingers, pointing the toes, zipping up the legs. Inhale, stretching it out. And exhale, letting it go. One more here. Inhale, to stretch it out. And exhale, side on and let it go. Bringing soles of the feet to the mat, making sure you can brush fingertips to the heels. We're going to come into 3 rounds of bridge. So inhaling hips up towards the sky, really activating the glutes here rather than passively lifting. Activate the glutes, the hamstrings. And exhale, lowering back down, bringing some fluidity in this movement, really rolling up the spine. So inhale, hips up to the sky, and exhale, landing each vertebrae from top to bottom on the mat. On the next inhale with your breath, lifting the hips, And exhale, slowly lowering back down. Bringing that right knee in, extending that left leg out. We're going to bring that right knee over towards the right side. So externally rotating that hip, trying to glue that left glute down into the mat. Feeling that opening in the right inner groin. And exhale, bringing that right knee over towards the left. Right fingertips reach out, gaze over that right shoulder. Spinal twist here. Feeling an opening in the right outer glute. Deep breath here into the right rib cage. And on the next inhale, coming back to center, bringing the left knee in, extending out that right knee. And on the next exhale, rolling that left hip out. So bringing that left knee over towards the left, trying to glue down that right glute onto the mat rather than lifting it up off the mat. And feeling that external rotation in that left hip, feeling that left groin opening up. And on the next inhale, coming back to center, bringing that left knee over towards the right, extending out. The left arm, gaze is over the left fingertips, or eyes can be closed. And you're now feeling this opening in the left glute, in your spinal twist. Inhale as you come back to center. We're going to tuck the knees in and giving yourself a few rocks on the spine if that's comfortable. If not, and that's not good for your spine, just meeting in a tabletop position. So in your tabletop, we're going to come through 2 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, dip the belly, dip the chest, gazing forward. And exhale, pushing palms into the mat, rounding out that upper spine, separating the shoulder blades. Inhale, dip the belly, dip the chest, gazing forward. And exhale, rounding out the spine in cat. Inhale into neutral spine. If your toes aren't tucked under, tucking the toes under, making sure shoulders are stacked over wrists. We're gonna slowly lift the knees off the mat. So you're really activating your core here. Curl the tailbone under, activating the core, making sure if you need to adjust your palms, and holding here. We're gonna do a couple knee taps. So inhale, right knee touches left elbow. Coming back, your knees are hovered about 1 centimeter or 2 inches off the ground. Left knee comes to right elbow, tap, and back. Inhale, right knee to left elbow, and exhale back. Left knee to right elbow, and back. A couple more like this with your inhales and your exhales. And slowly lowering knees back to the ground. So your arms and your core should be a little bit fired up. And stepping the palms 1 inch in front. Curling the toes under and lifting the hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. So in this down dog, really creating that long line of energy from the crown all the way to the tops of the sit bones, pedaling out the heels, if the backs of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings are tight. Just bringing some mobility into this pose. In your upside down V, really pressing through all parts of those palms, fingertips. 1 breath here. On the next inhale, rolling onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees, step, hop, or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, palms touch, and exhale, retracing that line back down into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, planting the palms, stepping or jumping the feet back, and coming through your version of chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath here, and sigh it out. On the next inhale, lifting right toes up towards the sky, Holding here in this three-legged down dog. And exhale, knee to nose, tap. Inhale, back up. And exhale, stepping that right foot in between the palms. Back knee comes down. Inhale, arms reach up. Rolling the shoulders back. We're in a low lunge here. So try not to lean too much weight into that low back. You're trying to feel a stretch and opening in the front of the left hip. So you can have your hands interlaced on the thigh, on the right thigh, or hands up, or biceps by the ears. Rolling the shoulders back, relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here for 2 breaths. And on the next exhale, bringing hands to heart center, left elbow outside the right knee, and twisting off towards the right, trying to bring your prayer hands towards the center of the chest, keeping the pelvis stable, facing towards the front. So this is really a twist through the upper spine, the chest. Breathing here for 2 and 1. Coming back to center, placing fingertips on the ground and bringing the hips back. Toes point up towards the sky as you flex that right heel or right ankle. And you can stay here. If you have blocks, not necessary at all, you can use them if it helps you feel a bit better in that hamstring stretch. Any height can be used. Just breathing here. With every inhale, lengthening through the crown. And exhale, sinking deeper into that hamstring stretch. On the next inhale, coming back forward, planting the palms and stepping back into your plank, knees up or down, coming through your chaturanga, elbows to 90. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. And on the next inhale, left toes up towards the sky. And exhale, knee to nose, tap. Inhale, back up. And exhale, bringing that left foot in between the palms, dropping that back right knee, and inhaling back up to center, low lunge. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Or again, you can come hands interlaced on top of that left knee if that feels better in your body. And you're feeling this opening in front of the right hip, so sinking deeper into that right hip, trying not to crunch too much weight in that low back. So curling that tailbone under. 2 breaths here. Focusing back on the breath, not forgetting to breathe through your poses. And on the next inhale, hands to heart center in prayer, and bringing that right elbow outside the left knee and twisting through the upper spine. So you want your prayer hands at the center of your chest as much as you can, trying to keep the hips stable facing forward. So you're really rotating through that upper spine. Continuing to breathe here. You can gaze over that back shoulder or over to the side if that's easier for the neck. And on the next inhale, bringing the hips back as you plant those fingertips on either side of that left foot. You can point the toes up towards the sky as you flex that left ankle. Again, you can use the blocks here if you have them handy, or anything that can provide some equal support on each side. And inhale. Exhale, sinking into that hamstring stretch. On the next inhale, we're gonna roll back forward, planting the palms, stepping that foot back into plank, knees up or down, coming through your chaturanga. And exhale, downward facing dog. Moving along here, we're gonna inhale, right toes up towards the sky. And exhale, planting that right foot in between the palms. Inhale, high lunge. So we're kind of in the same spot as before, but now The back knee is lifted, so rolling the shoulders down the back. Breathing here for one deep breath. On the next inhale, bringing hands to heart center, bringing that left elbow outside the right thigh. So again, we're here again, but now our back leg is lifted. So holding here, centering the prayer hands towards the chest. Holding this pose. One more breath here, really activating that core, making sure that right knee is over top the right ankle. And on the next exhale, bringing hands, they can come to blocks or on the ground on fingertips. We're coming to that hamstring stretch. So the right knee can be slightly bent, but making sure you feel this in the back of your legs, okay? Breathing. And on the next exhale, bringing the fingertips forward, shifting weight onto that right foot and extending that right knee as you lift the left leg back up overhead in your standing splits, balancing on the right knee. You can play around here with your balance, bringing left hand towards that right ankle or right hand towards that right ankle or both hands towards that right ankle if you feel stable and safe enough to do so. We're here for one more breath. And exhale, planting the palm, stepping that left foot down beside the right. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, planting the palms down, coming through your flow. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From your down dog, you need a break ever, you can always come to a child's pose, but we're gonna inhale, lifting the left toes up towards the sky. And exhale, bringing that left foot in between the palms. Inhale, arms reach up, high lunge. So the same sequence on that opposite side, roll the shoulders back. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, noticing how you feel on this side. Inhale, hands to heart center. And exhale, bringing that right elbow outside that left knee or left thigh and twisting so that heart hands reach the center of the chest as much as you can. So really twisting through that upper spine, relaxing the shoulders, strong legs, activating through the core, through the glutes, especially on that left outer glute. And breathing here for a couple more breaths. Make sure that left knee is over top that left ankle. And on the next exhale, bringing fingertips on either side of that left foot, shifting the hips back as you straighten that left knee. You can bend that left ankle. Again, using supports if needed. We're holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back forward, we're gonna shift weight into that left foot, fingertips a couple inches in front of that left foot, coming into your standing splits on the left side. So similar to the other side, we can play around with that balance here. Left hand can come to the ankle, right hand can come to the ankle, or both hands if you feel your balance is strong enough. And just breathing here for a couple more breaths. And one more breath here. And on the next exhale, bringing right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, folding forward. Stepping back into your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a couple deep breaths here in downward facing dog. You can stay here or come into a child's pose if you need a bit of rest. We won't be here for long. 2 more breaths here. And on the next inhale, taking your time, coming to meet in a downward facing dog. This next part should be fun. So inhale, right toes reach up towards the sky, and exhale, bringing that right foot in between the palms. Inhale, high lunge, balancing here, roll the shoulders back, and exhale, leaning forward 45 degrees, runner's lunge. And holding in this runner's, we're gonna inhale, bring palms to chest in prayer, or you can leave them outstretched if you like that version of warrior three better, because we're gonna start to lean forward into our right foot, lifting that back foot up into warrior three. Holding this warrior three wherever you are. You can flex or point the back heel. I personally like it flexed. Squaring the hips towards the ground. You're parallel with the mat in your warrior three. Breathing here for 2 and 1, slowly bending into that right knee, stepping the foot back into your runner's lunge and into high lunge. We're gonna spin to face this side, pointing toes towards, actually 45 degrees out. We're gonna come into a goddess pose. So if you need to adjust the space in between your legs, you can do so. Bringing hands into cactus. Hands into cactus, and slowly lowering so that you're in line. Your glutes are in line with your knees. Squeezing shoulder blades together. So inhale to squeeze, and exhale, rolling in. Inhale, squeeze. This is kind of like cat-cow, but in goddess, rolling in. One more here, inhale, squeezing shoulder blades together, and exhale, forearms touch. On the next inhale, we're gonna come up to center, hands on hips. Inhale, and exhale, leaning forward, spine is long. Holding here, mid-lean, making sure toes are pointed forward, and exhale, coming all the way down into your wide-legged forward fold. You can bring palms to the mat in line with the feet. If you want to come all the way, you can even practice if you do any headstands or anything like that. Only if you have practice, strength in the body, and you feel confident in doing this pose, feel free. You can stay here with me. On the next inhale, bringing hands to hips and slowly coming back up to center. Spinning to face the opposite side, the back of the mat. We're gonna do our opposite side. So inhale, arms reach up, you're in high lunge. So adjusting the stance if needed. Left knee is stacked over left ankle. Shoulders are rolled back. And exhale, runners, so leaning forward to 45. Breathing here for a couple deep breaths. You can bring hands to prayer or leave the hands in airplane by the side. We're gonna come into warrior three on the left side. So lifting that back leg up as you balance on that left leg. Back toes are either flexed, back heels either flexed or toes are pointed. Squaring the hips off towards the mat. Your body, torso, and leg is parallel towards the ground. Breathing here for 2 more breaths. You're doing great, guys. And on the next exhale, slowly bending into that left knee, coming back into your runner's lunge. Inhale, high lunge. And exhale, coming back to face the front. So we're going to come into another forward fold. But this time we're gonna inhale, arms reach up, and exhale, folding forward. We're gonna do a little sequence here. So right palm on the ground in front of you, below the face. Inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the sky. And exhale, switching. So left palm below the face. Inhale, right fingertips up towards the sky. A couple more rounds of that with your breath. Inhale as you reach the fingertips up. And exhale, bringing it down. One more cycle. Spinning to face the front of the mat, stepping that right foot back, coming through your last flow. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees, stepping forward and coming to sit on your glutes. Great job, guys. So we're gonna come into a final resting. So reaching legs out, outstretching your legs in front of you. Spine is long. Breathing here in Dandasana. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, folding forward. You can grab at the sides or edges of the feet or the ankles, wherever you are today. You can always keep a slight bend in those knees if you have knee issues or your hamstrings are tight. And just breathing here. You can also interlace if you can reach behind the toes. Your finger is grabbing onto the wrist. But wherever you are, just listening to your body. Noticing the body, the breath. And on the next exhale, slowly coming back up to center, we're gonna bend this knee, the right knee, bringing the right sole of the foot outside the left leg. And we're gonna hug that knee in with our left arm, spinning and reaching, right fingertips towards the back, gazes over the right shoulder. You should feel this opening in the right outer hip. If you can also make a stop sign, bringing the left elbow or tricep onto the right knee, outside the right knee. And breathing here in the spinal twist. And exhale, switching sides, so bringing that left knee in, left sole of the foot outside that right thigh, hugging that left knee with the right arm. Left fingertips towards the back, gazes past the left shoulder. Again, if you want a deeper opening in that left glute, you can always make a stop sign instead. Whatever feels good in your body. One more breath here. And exhale, coming back to center. So we're gonna slowly lower back down. You can shift the glutes forward if you need to. And as slow as you can, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming down onto your back. So keeping the soles of the feet tucked in when you get there. If you have a block, you can use it and come into a supported bridge. Otherwise, we're gonna be holding this bridge. So bringing the block on the lowest height, or you can have it on any height that's comfortable, onto your sacrum. So really the low back. It shouldn't be too high on the spine. You really want it just over the sacrum, not even the low back, the sacrum. And you can stay here in the supported bridge for 3 rounds of breath cycles. If you're not using a block, you can stay in supported, so this is more activating. I'm holding for 2. And 1. You don't have a block, slowly lowering back down. If you're with your block, supporting your sacrum, you can stay here, extending out the legs, and take your Shavasana this way if that feels comfortable in your body. If not, wherever you are, coming to assume your final resting pose in Shavasana. Closing the eyes, bringing elbows or shoulders away from the ears, letting go of the breath finally. Assuming the natural rhythm of your breath. Relaxing the space between the brows, the facial muscles, relaxing the eyelids, letting the tongue slide away from the roof of the mouth. Mouth is slightly open. Just letting go completely. Now take some rest. Shavasana. If you want to stay in your Shavasana, feel free to stay right here, and you can end off the practice in any which way you like. If you'd like to join me, slowly bringing movements back into the body, starting with the fingertips, the toes, rolling out those wrists, rolling out the ankles. You can start to turn your head from side to side, mobilizing that neck. And on the next inhale, reaching fingertips up overhead, zipping up the legs and pointing the toes. And exhale, letting it go, rolling onto the sides into a fetal position, or just coming up to seated in whatever way you like. We're gonna meet facing in the tops of our mats in a cross-legged pose. You can keep the eyes closed, or you can have the gaze soft with eyes slightly open. Bringing hands to heart center on top of the knees, bowing the head slightly. Thank you all for joining me in today's practice and taking a moment to give yourself gratitude for showing up today, thanking yourself, your body for carrying you through this practice, for having the mental energy to support your practice today. I know it was really challenging, but you're doing so much good for your body and for your mind. So thank you all so much. Namaste. Thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed that practice. You guys did really awesome. And see you next time. Bye.